Give it up for Michel.
Thank you very much. Mic works? Does it work? Yes, it works. Hello. How's everybody? You had a great meal? You were in the middle of a meal? Thank you very much. Hey, I also want we have an applause for the kitchen, of course. Let's have an applause for the staff here on the bar. And I would like another applause for the first comedian of the evening, for Esther. Esther and I, we know each other from Rotterdam. You do remember that joke she had about giving this blowjob to this enormous dick? Yes, you do. Well, mine is so small, when my wife gives me a blowjob, she uses me to floss. Hey, great. Hey, this is a wonderful crowd here. I like crowds. The very first time that I saw so many people was at my birth. The whole family showed up because they couldn't believe a child was born with such a fucking big head. Serious, in my cradle I had a king-size mattress as a pillow. If I walked at the end of the street in front of the sun, people thought it was a solar eclipse. And the other day a guy said to me, hey, Michel, what kind of airbag do you have in your car? An air mattress? Oh, yeah. Slimy stuff. And at Halloween, my father, he didn't give me a costume. He said, you don't need a costume, just tell everybody you're the Elephant Man. He was quite a character, my father. He built me a tree hut, and then I had to pay rent. And then he brought my cradle to the thrift store, and I was still inside. No, definitely. But he was a good guy, he was a nice man, and he wanted to be a good son, of course. And so I promised my father I would never ever do anything which would make him turn in his grave. So I haven't cremated. Hey, apart of that big head problem, I also, when I was a little small kid, I also had red hair. But that is solved. That is not over. That's over. And serious, the things you can come across when you're in my situation. My hair, just for statistics, my hairline is behind Poland. Okay. So what happens? This is last week. I go in the drugstore, I buy a bottle of hair shampoo, and the girl at the cash register, she looks at the bottle, she looks at me, she says, is it a present? And last Wednesday I went to my hairdresser's, a funny guy, he's quite a character. So I sit down, and before he starts, he sweeps hair to the chair. So if your life starts like that, what do? You go in stand-up comedy, and it's a great profession. We love it. It's absolutely wonderful. There are even comedians who say it is better than sex. But I think the guys who say it's better than sex, they don't have a good sex life themselves. And I have no idea what I'm looking at now, but it's okay. We're gonna work it out. Well, to put it a little bit in perspective, Esther had that great joke about film titles. Well, my sex life is gone with wings. So there we go. Oh, tragic. Hey, in a week's time it's Christmas again, and I hope you guys have good memories and fun memories of Christmas. For me, it's a little bit both ways. We had a guy in our street who always played Santa Claus. Because he had a certificate that he could deal with his children. He had a criminal record. These were the old days. And this year we did a little planning. First Christmas Day we were going to eat with friends. He invited us. And as you know, when you're invited, you should never come with empty hands. So I'm going to bring a doggy bag. You can be practical. Through strange times. You know this thing with consented sex? Everybody knows about consented sex? That means that if one of the two parties doesn't agree, it can count as rape. And if both parties doesn't agree, it's married life. Now, young people think that's a new thing, but this was there ages ago. Let me tell you, I had a girlfriend, and the relationship was not really going very well. We had sex. Next day, in an act of malice, she went to court and she said she didn't agree with it. So I went back to court and I said, well, I didn't agree with it either. And then we were both convicted for mutual sexual assault. they put us in one cell. But we made up. We made up. And our love life blossomed again, and we had absolutely amazing sex. But then we were released earlier because our love life made too much noise for the other inmates. Which you can understand. Because my girlfriend at the time, she was a major in Latin, and she used to mock me in Latin. And at the time I was studying mathematics, and at the height of my sexual performance, I used to scream mathematical equations. So very confused. Sorry guys. Anyway, we decided to go for that consented thing. So on Friday evenings we started filling in forms. It took 4 hours to fill in those forms. She, for instance, was not allowed to say more than 5 times, "Oh my God." And if I would forget afterwards to say this was wonderful, I would be fined €200. But again, this is a long time ago. We broke up, and in an act of malice, she published her version of the forms, and it became a bestseller among feminists. And then in an act of malice, I published my version of the forms, and it became a bestseller among necrophilicists. This is all a long time ago. Hey, let's have a serious topic here. Global warming. Yes, global warming. Everybody jumps up from the seats. So, are you involved in global warming, or is your only concern tonight, am I gonna get late? Whoa. Talk it over. No, only kidding. You're wonderful. It can happen, like global warming. Hey, I'll tell you something, guys. Global warming, I couldn't care less. In 25 years, I'm dead. What is global warming? I see there a lady there, like me, over 35. What is global warming? It was a 20th century invention by people like us. We had a whale of a time, and now it's over. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. But you're gonna solve it. Don't worry, you're gonna solve it. It's, we are full trust in that. Like this kid here, he wants to save the world. He has no idea why, but he's gonna do it. Hey, I have another alternative. This is very serious. Don't breed. Don't make children. Just party, and it's over. Yes. To raise a child in this country from 0 to 18 costs €150,000. That's a lot of party dress. Keep it in mind. And I know global warming. Seriously. Things change very much. Let me ask you, what's your age? 15. Okay. Well, things are totally different. When I was your age, I had already eaten more meat than you will see in all of your life. Yeah. The goose liver. You know goose liver? We've had goose liver. It's wonderful. It's now a no-no. In kindergarten, I got it for breakfast. Different types. And what do young people nowadays do? Laughing gas. Come on, give me a break. Laughing gas. That's for pussies. I sat in the back of a Volkswagen with 3 smoking adults. They had a laugh. I spoke about relationships and so. Now I'm married. I'm a married person. And what always happens is that I ask you, how did it start? Now, my wife and I, we met at a strip club. She was a toilet attendant. Okay, that's only kidding. I'll tell you the truth. This is really true. My wife and I, we met at a ballet performance. So I thought she goes to ballet, cultivate. She thought he goes to ballet, gay. Like gays are fantastic. I like gays. Gays are amazing. Listen to this. This is just statistics, so not my opinion. But gay men are the only men who really understand women. But apparently, as soon as you really understand women, you don't want to sleep with them anymore. Statistics, right? No, I really like I changed my mind. I'll tell you how it happened. With my age, recently I had my first prostate check. So my doctor, he puts on a rubber glove, he applies lubricant on his index finger, and he says, "Okay, Michel, join your bend over." 10 seconds later, he says, "Well, fine, it's okay, it's no problem. You can come back in a year." And I hear myself say, "Hey, doc, a year? How about Saturday night?" I spoke about my son. I also have a daughter, and she recently came home with a boyfriend. And so I open the front door, and the guy says, "Gee, this is the first private house I see with a janitor." Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I have to say this is a bit crude to do, but she's not so pretty, my daughter. With a school class, they did a performance of Romeo and Juliet. She played the balcony. Recently, I was driving with her, and I said to her, I pointed at the back bench in the car. I said, "Do you know that you were conceived from the back bench?" And she said, "Yeah." And Mama told me, "Well, you were sitting at home." My son is a funny guy. You can have a sense of humor. Maybe he does it from his grandfather. For my birthday recently, he made a breakfast from that. Toast with Viagra. And he also came home with a girl. Wow, beautiful. Way above his league. I was totally surprised. So, when he was out of the room, I asked that girl, well, how did he deserve you? What was his pickup line? And she said, well, he didn't have a pickup line, he just had your credit card. Smart kid. Always have been like that. It's not when he was 8 years old, he had to make a thesis for school about global warming. So he has it, and a day later the teacher says, well, young man, I'm very sorry, but this is literally what's on Wikipedia. And he says, well, yes, I was quite satisfied with what I've done, so I put it on Wikipedia. Try to be that. Hey, talking about family, we're going to the New Year's, good intentions. One of my good intentions for the New Year is to be more in contact with my mother of 92 years old. So this year I'm going to call her back. She's an amazing woman, 92 years old. She speaks 7 languages. She only forgot which ones. So she lives in a home for the elderly, and I went to visit her. Where she is, I went to visit her. I walked through the corridor, and a nurse comes up to me and she says, "Excuse me, do you also live here?" Yeah, seriously, I don't feel old, but the things that happen is terrible. When I go in a restaurant and I order potatoes, when they arrive, they're already mashed. I order AirPods, I open the box, they send me a hearing aid. I want to join a fitness club, because you see I need it. I want to join a fitness club, I walk inside, the guy at the reception says, "Oh, sorry sir, we don't do bingo." Well, eventually I did join that club because they told me they had a mix on. Yeah, very mixed. Turkish guys, Polish guys, Moroccan guys. Pretty wild club, by the way. Pretty wild club. We didn't have a member of the month. We have an STD of the month. Oh yeah. Sports. I'm not very good at sports. Skiing, for instance. 9 times I broke a leg. Yeah, they weren't mine, but still. I am 26 years married. That's quite a while. And it's not easy, though. Although young people, get married. The first 2 years are amazing. But on the long run, it's not so easy. My wife is a bit my age, and I said to her recently, "Well, darling, for me, you're always 30. And she said, "Yeah, the first time you said that, I was 20. So, and when you're so long in a relationship, now the big question, how do you keep sex interesting? I said to my wife, "What's something new in bed?" And she gave me new pajamas. I got one more anecdote, and then it's okay. Talking about sex and so forth. I've seen a lot of things change over time. For instance, pubic hair. Pubic hair is gone. Women shave, women wax. Since it's completely frozen. Get your mobile. Just Google I've seen it change. So, but this is a story. Many years ago, I had a Suriname girlfriend. Wonderful girl. Massive pubic hair. I mean, we're talking Suriname rainforest here. Right? So one time I gave her oral sex. Now you're mature, right? You know, we're talking about oral sex. And in all that pubic hair, I lose my glasses. So she starts looking for them, and she finds them back. And I say, "Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you very much. The only thing is, not my glasses." Hey, you've been amazing. Thank you very much.